Ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession rule. But I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the charge
into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And a good push up front, and he's
on a counter and misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, it's Herbert. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner around there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try to let here as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Faking the give. Now Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there. And he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Throwing on third down, Watson.
Early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Brought down at the 20.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jenkins, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Touchdown! A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Chargers open the lead up to 34-0. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz. And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty. Watson on 3rd down. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson off play action. And that is incomplete. Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 22. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Mills. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off. Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Watson's throw into the hands of Henry here. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Running on first down, Eckler. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for L.A. 48 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd down now, it's Jenkins. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Another run here with Dobbins. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Oftentimes we play as an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll try the air now with Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He'll look to throw. And now Watson throws another interception. And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. A disappointing end to that drive, making it to the red zone, but they'll again, CD, wind up with nothing.
And nothing, that's been the key word, because they've had drives throughout that have finished off with nothing. Can't finish off a drive to save their lives in this game. And this one winds up again, giving them, dare I say it, nothing.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
On 3rd down, Jenkins. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. It's a pickup of 6.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jenkins. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On is the Chargers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Dobbins. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. To about the 35, 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right.
Can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So this one's home.